to let you know the session is being recorded. And we'll start with just an acknowledgement of country. We'd wish to acknowledge and pay respects to the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet today, and acknowledge and pay respects to the elders of the land, both past and present. So Angie, Afshin, Michelle, Ali, and we also have Alicia with us today. So just a little bit about myself. So I'm a doctor by background. So I'm a clinical pathologist. So I've worked in medicine for about 25 years, but I'm also a academic. So I did a doctorate in business administration, and I also did a doctorate in medicine. So I have that interdisciplinary passion about everything to do with business and with medicine. I've taught across medical degrees, business degrees, and also health management programs, of which I'm currently running across Australia, Singapore, China, North Africa, many different countries. I guess I'm quite passionate about transformation and future of work, and really making sure that each and every one of you sitting in this seat is work ready to hit the ground running, and really equipped with all the skills and knowledge that you need to manage in this complex, what we call Industry 5.0, not just from managing technology, but also about understanding about sustainability and what we have to do as future leaders to make sure that we manage our planet and manage our resources and be able to live in a sustainable environment. You'll hear so much about this in the next 2 years, because this is embedded in part and parcel of everything that we teach throughout our MBA, our MHA, our accounting degrees, and everything we do here in the College of Business, Government and Law. I've also co-founded a technology company specializing in medtech, and I'm really passionate about everything that has to do with education, future of work, and digital transformation in the workplace. So just so you don't think that everything I've done is just studying throughout my life and practicing, I'm also very interested in everything that has to do with water. So I scuba dive. My husband's an engineer, and he drags me to so many exciting sports. I also do some sailing. And I guess for a lot of our international students here in the room, I arrived in Australia about 10 years ago on a holiday. We did the Great Ocean Road, so a definite destination if any of you are just starting to explore Australia. We landed up here in Glenelg on the beach, and then now we live on a farm in the Adelaide Hills. So we've got sheep, chicken, beautiful doggies, goats, and alpacas, which is an animal I only ever saw in Australia. So a definite must-see. So I'll hand over to my amazing colleagues. Afshin, first, he'll tell you a little bit about himself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Afshin. I'm the Deputy Director and also a lecturer here in marketing. So I have a PhD and a master's in marketing, but I'm coming from an engineering background. So I was studying industrial engineering before I understand that marketing is the thing, not engineering. So before coming into academia, I was working for several years in different industries such as automotive, pharmaceutical, and publishing. And then again, I understand academia is the thing, not industry. And also my research and work area is gamification, social marketing, digital marketing, and actually everything that has to do with how we can use technologies and how we can use marketing kind of principles and everything in order to make life better for people. So for example, I've worked in mental well-being, alcohol reduction, and reducing vaping in teenagers and young adults and everything using marketing to make sure that marketing can do some good as well. And also, I'm an ex-soccer player. I wasn't always been that chubby, so, but now I don't have any time. And also in my free time, I do photography, a little bit of web design, coding, video production, and also hiking. So I'm coming here from New Zealand, but I am originally from Iran. So these are some of my photos doing hiking in different places in New Zealand. And yeah, I think that's all about me for now. So.
And we've also got Michelle with us online. So over to you, Michelle.
Hi everyone. I'm Michelle Young, and I'm the senior lecturer.
You're on silent.
Can you hear me?
Okay. So escape.
Can you hear me well?
Go for it.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Michelle?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, now we can hear you.
Okay. So should we
All
leave
good?
it on,
Oh no, maybe on Michelle.
on Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here.
But I guess you got to turn off your mic. What do you call that? The mic in the room. Otherwise, I'm hearing the echo.
Oh, yeah.
Is this better?
Yep. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Good, good. All right. Hi, everyone. Back to the slide, my dear.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Sorry for the glitches. So, hi. My name is Michelle. I'm still hearing the echo, my dear. You got to mute your Teams, I think.
Okay, let me try.
The mic, only you mute the mic.
Okay.
Can everyone still hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I just hopped in last minute. I was just being asked to do this only a couple days ago, and I don't have fancy slides or story like Angie and Afshin have done because I was just being asked to do the slide yesterday at 3:30. So if you want to know about me, there's a QR code on the left, and the one on the right is a bit story about me. But let me tell you, who am I? So I'm a senior lecturer in accounting here at Flinders, and I started as a chartered accountant, and I have more than 20 years of experience in many areas within the financial sector and business across Europe, Asia, and of course in Australia. So I'm a fellow member of UK Chartered Accountant, a fellow member of ACCA, and also a member of CPA Australia. So that's a bit about me, and my research interest is all in financial and technology. So it's fintech. That's it.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia. I look after placement, so it might be an area that you are really interested in as you move through your MBA, going out and actually working in a workplace and getting credit towards your degrees for it. My background here, I've been at the university for nearly 8 years here. Anyone that's done a degree, an undergraduate degree in business, as I've probably taught you before. And then prior to that, I worked as a corporate advisor for many years. Prior to that, I was a project manager looking at civil projects and managing foreign aid projects. If anyone's been to Burswood over in Perth, in the new stadium, where the new football stadium is, I was the project manager for the concept design of how that looks. Prior to that, I also worked at the United Nations as well, so I've got quite a long history as well, bringing together all that experience to be able to help students have the right skills to be able to move into the workplace and be graduate ready. I also like sailing and lots of outdoor things as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys in placement if you choose to do it, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Thanks, Angie.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's start telling you a little bit about our programs and what each of them entails. So who here is enrolled in the Masters of Business or the Grad Cert or Grad Dip? Business Admin? Perfect. Masters of Health Administration? Master of Accounting? Wonderful, wonderful. And some people are here not studying anything, which is great. It's also good to know about the programs in general. So over to Afshin.
Okay, so let me start by some overview of the program and tell you what are the things that you might be learning in the first year of or the first semester of joining our MBA. So Flinders MBA is really unique in some senses. The first thing is that as an MBA student or when you step into the MBA program, you learn a wide range of skills. For example, you learn financial management skills, you learn marketing, you learn economics, and you learn people management, soft skills, and everything. And the other thing is that along with all of these things, we have a really we provide you with a lot of opportunities to work with industry in terms of, for example, placement, or actually you can working group in different entrepreneurship programs and solve problems of real industries. So in all of the topics that you enroll during the MBA, you're not just sitting somewhere learning some stuff that you can Google. So you are learning about how you can solve real industry problems, and you are always working on real cases. You are always working with real industries, even in the core topics that you are going to learn in your first year. And during your course of MBA, you can have up to 36 weeks of direct industry engagement. So you can either go in a placement and work with some industries and some businesses, or you can work with groups in our entrepreneurship programs. And we have a wide range of entrepreneurship programs. For example, we have programs in space, advanced manufacturing, we have wine and tourism, and we are also introducing new ones every year. For example, we are going to have sustainability as well, and some other things with regard to social impact and stuff. And with regard to the first year or the first semester that you enter our MBA, the main topics that you're learning is a little bit of everything. So you learn a little bit about marketing through the marketing in digital age topic. You learn a little bit about finance through driving financial performance. You learn a little bit about economics and management through the topic that is named economic and environment. And also we have another topic which will be offered semester 1 and semester 2, which is building teams and networks, so that it can help you create teams and networks. And while we are on this topic, I should also tell you that entrepreneurship programs and placement not only will help you learn how to apply theories and everything in practice and in solving real problems, but also you can create contacts for yourself and you can create a professional network. And we have a lot of our MBA students that before they graduate from the MBA, they already have a job or they are being offered a job in the company that they have been placed, or they have been working in the entrepreneurship programs. And there are different pathways that you can do in the MBAs. So for example, you can go for a 1-year industry-focused or a future business MBA, or you can go into a 2-year MBA, for which we have 7 specializations. We have specializations on marketing, health management, HRM, human resources management, social impact, business analytics, international business. Was it 6 or 5? And also you have a lot of flexibility to study part-time and study full-time. And also for those, for example, who work, let's say, part-time outside the university, there are a lot of our classes that are being held 5 to 8 p.m. and they are in the city. So it is really convenient if you are working part-time, or for example, if you are near to city or anything else. And we are also moving to Festival Plaza real soon, which is a huge thing. So yeah. And placement, I will hand into.
Thanks, Afshin. So industry placement is an option for students in for their masters. And in terms of industry placement, you can actually go on to InPlace and have a look at what's there at the moment. It changes on a regular basis. The opportunities, what you'll do is that you will go into a workplace and there's no classes. That's your classroom, is the actual workplace itself. You'll be supervised in an area that interests you. So you apply for different positions and go through an application process and get selected that way. There's a lot of different options for placement. It's flexible. It can be part-time. It can be full-time. It runs all year round. So you can do it in your break if you wish to. You can do it in the summer break, which is longer, or the mid-semester break. If you already work and you'd like to do it in your workplace, there is an option to do that as well. It can also be paid. So there are a number of paid placements or internships that are run by the Big 4 accounting firms or other major corporations, generally during summer, and that may count towards placement as well. Some of you may be doing a 9-unit placement topic. So in some of the major, industry-focused ones. And so you'll be doing 300 hours. Placement is generally 150 hours. And there's a lot of great skills that you can gain from there. We do find that students at the end of their degrees, particularly international students, when they go to apply for jobs, can hear things like don't have local experience, and that can be a reason why they might not progress through that recruitment process. This is an excellent way to get local experience so that you become employable, more employable by the end of your degree. Combining that with all the amazing stuff you're going to learn in your master's degrees, you'll be well placed to be able to set your career on fire. So we also find that quite a lot of students are offered positions after their placement as well, depending on the business's ability to be able to offer. It's not the driving force as to why to do placement, but it is an outcome that we do see quite regularly as well. With the MBA, you can swap any core MBA topic for industry placements. There are some requirements to do that. You can't do it in your first semester. We do like to see you guys learn some content before you actually go out to the workplace to make it more relevant and make it usable for you so you can get the most out of that placement. It's 150 hours to 240, depending on which topic you are doing. And again, there's no classes. You will be actually in the workplace doing work and learning relevant content to what you're learning at university and applying that knowledge. Some requirements to undertake Australian work culture. I think that's still the name of the topic. Australian work culture, or working in Australia, is a requirement for some students to do, depending on which degree you're doing as well. So there are some prerequisites that you need to meet in order to be eligible for placements. I'm here to tell you about it so that you can plan ahead in your degrees and see where might be the best place to be able to undertake a placement is for you. And there's credit for it towards your degree and lots of excellent skills. In terms of assessment, just the next slide. The next slide, yep. Next slide. Oh, there's only one. Oh, okay. In terms of assessment, so the assessment component of it, there's a number of reflections as well as evaluations from your host organisation. So that comprises 30% of your mark is your host evaluation of your skills and your ability to be able to work in the workplace. As postgraduate students, you're also required to do 2 major assessments, which are resume writing, cover letters, or presentations about your workplace experience, integrating work-integrated learning topics, which are embedded into the readings as well. So there's not a huge amount of assessment components. There's a lot of small ones and a lot of reflections along the way, but in terms of loading for assessments, it's not an onerous amount. I'll be around. You can email me if you have any questions. The WIL team are always here as well. So I look after the academic side of placement. There's also a WIL team who look after all of the compliance requirements for students going on placement, as well as setting up you in place. So you can hop onto in place even though you're not enrolled in the topic and have a look at those opportunities. Or email me if you are up here, Alicia Mitten, or the support team, placement support team, which is the WIL team. You can email them as well if you have any questions. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, Alicia. So, as you can see, there are so many different exciting opportunities embedded throughout the MBA. And I guess what I'd like to share with you that the future of work is looking very different. So when we say that we embed Industry 4.0, 5.0 and sustainability, it is pretty much with the infuse of technology throughout our workplaces. We hear so much about AI, robotics, blockchain, and what we have done is to empower you with that knowledge and skill throughout your degree. Through discussions, for example, in finance, we focus on fintech, we focus on embedding sustainability, diversity, and inclusion throughout. So there's so much you will learn across the degree about how to manage in this technology and volatile environment. And throughout all the different opportunities that you have through the entrepreneurship programs and through the work integrated learning programs, this is when you will have a real opportunity to work in industry, engage with industry, understand what it's like to work in Australia, and really put you on that positive, successful trajectory as future leaders in the workforce. So we also have just released this year what we have as Australia's first PhD MBA program. So once you think of doing a PhD, you can also co-link that with several topics of the MBA throughout your PhD studies, and then emerge in the end as very, very highly skilled, highly knowledgeable people with both a PhD as well as an MBA under your belt. I'll speak very briefly about the Masters of Health Administration program, just in case someone who is going to watch the recording later. So these are pretty much courses that are designed to for future managers and leaders in the health sector. And very similar to everything we teach in the Master of Health Administration, we also go through the same knowledge and skills for people who are in the health sector. Having been a doctor myself and having been put in a management position, which we don't study at all throughout our medical degree, understanding more about skills and knowledge in finance and management and leadership and all of that throughout our studies in a Master of Health Administration is key to the success of that leadership in health management. The program is accredited by the Australasian College of Health Administration, the Royal Australasian College of Medical Administrators, and pretty much teaches across a wide variety of finance, leadership, safety, and quality, and everything that really a manager in health needs to know. It's a 1.5 year course duration, and it can also be delivered both in person and online. It just has 2 start dates instead of 3, similar like the MBA. So over to Michelle for the Master of Accounting.
Yep. Everyone hear me well?
Let me
Yes.
mute.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty. So yeah, if you are in the groups or the new cohorts of our Master of Accounting, welcome to Flinders, and you are part of the most exciting and most innovative degrees that we have among these postgraduates. And a future you can count on, that's where you will get Flinders Accounting. So our accounting degrees are designed to enable students develop the expertise and competencies to adapt and thrive in these fast-paced financial consulting and accounting sectors. And these are all accredited by the CPA Australia and Chartered Accountant Australia and New Zealand. We have fabulous records of excellent student experience, and many of our graduates are employed by Big Four consultancy firms, banks, government departments, and top-tier companies before they even graduate. So now this is the exciting part that I will explain why studying accounting at Flinders will never be boring, and you will be the first cohort of our newly refreshed accounting degrees. Oh, by the way, I'm not the accounting course coordinator, so don't come to me for your overall accounting degrees or study plan, because the right person is Dr. Phil Palmer. But I'm very happy to share with you that I am the so-called architect behind the new accounting degrees. And I also was the one who designed the MBA accounting part and business analytics, which is driving financial performance and business analytic topics in the MBA team. So if you are part of the MBA business analytics, and if you are taking driving financial performance, I was one, but unfortunately I'm not teaching this year with MBA. And now, so back to our accounting degrees. So why we will not be boring. And these new accounting degrees equip you with not just technical knowledge that you will know as a future accountant or entrepreneur, but also important soft skills that will meet employers' demand. Our accounting topics are very contemporary, highly innovative, and relevant for the current dynamic environment and that we are living in. So new topics also align with university strategic mission and meeting industry demand. These exciting topics such as fintech and coding. So for the first semester, most of you are likely to be taking these 4 topics that are on the screen. If you notice, these topic names have verbs that explain what you will be expecting at each stage of your academic journey. So the first 3 are existing topic, and the 4th one is new. So 9113, Exploring Accounting Principle by Dr. Wee Jing. 9115, Dr. Rong will be taking the analyzing business data, much more about data analyzing in the very foundation stage. Ken will be taking 9116, a little bit about economics environments. And this one is new, 8010, leveraging fintech and digital ecosystem. And I will be the one who is taking this, and I will design or have designed this. And if you are part of 8010, don't forget, come to class next Monday at 12. Okay, within this topic and also part of the new Master of Accounting, we will have industry speakers in our topics. So, and also provide the career opportunities to the student. So I will invite people from the big fours who's coming for recruitment and also banking industry and all that. And I work very closely with the WIL team as well, because we will have another topic for industry placement as well. And I knew a number of recent accounting students have secured their job or still at uni, and their starting salary, while they are still studying the last topic with me that time, they tell me their starting salary ranging from 55,000 to 75,000. And that is first year. So yeah, so that is all about me. And if you have any question, I look forward to seeing you on campus. Thank you.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong laptop. Okay. So I just thought I'd also share with you some of the tips, really. I've studied maybe about 4 or 5 degrees across in my postgraduate career, and there are some key things that I think set you up for success, really. Firstly, just make sure that you have very clear goals at the start of your semester. So you have your topics in place, you have your timetable in place, and develop a study routine. Have a nice little study area where you can really engross yourself and make sure that you're enjoying what you're studying. I think attending classes really is also key to success, not just from listening to your lectures, but also engaging with your peers, having good work relationships, working in groups and making your group work successful, because that's a big part of your adult learning process. So everything we do here at Flinders is about adult learning. So it's really about applying everything that you're taking in the class, going out in the workplace, if you're working, applying it in your sector, and making sure that it is very practical, hands-on. It's not about theory, it's not just about didactic learning, it's all about how are we going to implement this in the workplace? How are we actual future-ready graduates who are hitting the ground running? And hence, many of our graduates who come out of our work integrated learning opportunities, our entrepreneurship program, they're just snatched up in the market. There's a lack of talent out there, and people with good people skills, people who can apply what they're learning, are just set for success in the workplace. So being part of your classes and participating in your groups and working together not just develops your academic skills, but also has a profound impact on your people skills, which so many employers are actually telling us is key for employability right now across the different sectors. And also make sure that you have your dates there and that you work towards those dates. There's nothing worse than realizing I have a huge assignment due in 2 days and I have to scramble and get it together and try and get a good grade. Work towards those milestones progressively throughout the semester to set yourself up for success. Very importantly, take care of your health and well-being. Make sure that you don't burn out. Pick a hobby, have a group of friends, go out for a drink, go out for a meal. Just enjoy yourself as well as learn throughout this journey. And I guess we're all here for you. So I'm the director, Ashley's the deputy director. If you have any questions, if you need anything, don't hesitate to come to us at any time. We've got a huge support services here at Flinders. It's an amazing university. We've got a fantastic campus. So don't hesitate to ask for help and make sure that you enjoy this learning journey to the max. It's not just about learning, it's about embedding yourself in an amazing learning experience and a great learning journey. And I'll hand over now to Ali, who's really who is going to talk to you about the Student Association and everything all the amazing experiences you can actually do here at the university.
Hello again. So were all of you here for the previous session before? Yep, brilliant. So I don't need to go into all those details again. We've got the same slides just in case, but yeah, we're here to help you succeed and get the most out of your time at uni. And so one of the ways we're going to do that is by getting you guys involved. So if you might not have the time to commit to becoming a committee member or an executive member, you can become just a general member. So I've got some flyers here with some QR codes I'll hand out later for you guys to have a look at. But basically, we have two membership options. We have a free membership and a paid membership. Paid membership is only $5. It's our first year, so we're trialing it, seeing how many people are kind of into the idea. But basically, the paid membership, you'll get a free pair of socks once our supplier actually delivers them. And then you'll also get access to a few exclusive events with our sponsors this year, along with early access and discounted prices on our normal events. Free members still get access to all the general events as well, but they'll pay full prices, and we also might have discounted merch for paid members. That bit hasn't been decided yet. So it's $5 for the whole year. I'd have a bit of a look at that if you'd like, but obviously you'll still find out all of the same information as a free member. If you do have a little bit more time to commit and are interested in helping us run the events that we run, I'd highly recommend it. Every single employer you talk to will be very impressed if you do something other than just your degree while doing your degree. So if you join our committee, we have so many people chat to us from companies and say, you're so employable. You're going to get that as well if you join our committee. We have a large amount of roles available as well. We'll just... So like I mentioned earlier, we are still looking for our web director, the last role in our executive team for this year. That one is a little bit more of a time commitment than the general committee positions, but it is a really good one to have on your resume, jumping straight into that. If you have the time to commit it, you don't have to be just on this campus. We had a few people from online last year be a part of our membership, our committee as well. So we can work around you. And with this one position, you'll get the most mentoring as much as possible and really help you bring up all of your different skills, your leadership skills, working with a team, along with your marketing skills and everything that kind of goes along with running events. So then we have all of our officer positions available as well. So we have social officers working under Braden. We have our web officers who will work with our web director until we have the web director. I'm still continuing that role from last year because I know what I'm doing a little bit more. We also have HR officers, so our HR team keep everything going inside our committee. We've also got a training page that they monitor and make sure is running smoothly so that everyone learns the same amount of things. You don't have to do all the training modules, but you can if you want to learn those additional skills. And then we have our secretary and our treasurer. So with the finance team, if you're doing that Masters of Accounting, that's going to be a really great one to really just push those skills and to learn everything really quickly as well and kind of speed run all of the skills that you're going to be learning working with different people. So if you're interested in any of those kind of things, please come have a chat to me after. I'll probably head back to the office, which is just around the corner from the little coffee shop up there. And I'll give you guys the flyers as well. But basically, as the president, my role is to manage all of the external communications with the association. So I work with all of our sponsors really closely, which is great for building those connections and will be a great opportunity for you guys as well if you get involved to build those connections yourself. And I also work with the college a little bit and chat with them and do things like this and talk to you guys. So anything you'd like to know at all about FBSA, I'm your go-to person, but anyone from the exec is also very familiar with things now. A little bit more about me. So I'm not actually studying business anymore. I started uni in 2020, doing business, great year to start uni. And I really enjoyed the content, but I want to run my own theatre company. And so while that related a lot to the business side of things, when the creative industries theatre and performance degree was created, I very quickly switched to that because it was something that I felt would be more beneficial to me. So I learned more about the theatre side of things and how productions are run a lot better, more in detail. But I've done a few electives in those business topics still over the last couple of years. So this is my 4th year going into university now, so I'm very familiar with how it all works. So if you have any general questions about that as well, feel free to ask. I mentioned our first year guide earlier. While you are all master's students, you've done a little bit of the studying before. It still has some great tips and tricks in there for helping you do your best and study and whatnot. How many of you have classes in the city campus? Most of you? Yep, good. Any of you have classes here as well? No, that is completely fair. So we don't have as much of a presence right now in the city campus. We are trying to change that this year. So hopefully you'll see us around maybe for a little barbecue or something in that city campus. And when we get the festival plaza, we are hoping to get an office space there as well, which will be really good. So for now, while you might not see us around as much, you can still contact us anytime on any of our socials or via our website, and we're absolutely happy to have a chat.
Wonderful.
Cool.
That looked like so much fun. Okay, so many different ways to stay in touch with us. We've got some resources here, tips and tricks and information about OWeek student support, Ask Flinders and all of that. But I guess that brings us to the end of our session, and we will share the slides and the recording. And we're kind of want to open for questions and see if you have any questions for us at this current stage. We'll just also monitor online. Any questions, everyone? Yes.
So I can swap any of the topics that are not in the first semester for in-placement, is that right?
Yep, Alicia.
Thank you. Are you studying MBA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Finance.
MBA Finance, yes. So I understand that you can swap a core topic to do a project or placement. The prerequisites would be that you need to have completed half of your degree first. Yep. But there are some exceptions. You know, each case is a little bit individual. If you come from a strong working background, you can come and talk to me and we can have a look at what the options are. So if you do have any questions, please come and see me or just email me, actually, would be easier. And we can have a look at your situation and help you work out where might be the best place to do placement in terms of your study plan. If you are already working, I think I forgot to mention this, you can actually do placement in your own workplace as well if you are working. There are some conditions around that. It needs to be different to your normal employment. And we find that students that do placement in their own work environment actually tend to get promoted because they can demonstrate a wide range of different skills that their employer didn't know they had. So that's also another option if you are working as well. Yeah, I look forward to your email.
Okay, any more questions? Anything? Questions?
Afshin, there's a question online
Oh,
on the chat.
let me check here. All right. Online, chat. Okay. Do we need to attend City Campus in first week or attend Connect Week program being held in Bedford Park area? So if you mean the first week of the class, there is like a lecture schedule in every lecture. So check your flow site or Canvas site to see when your lectures or your topic will start. And with regard to the Connect Week, I think you can attend it, right? Mm-hmm. Because there are some topics that start from week 2 and some topics that start from week 1. So make sure that you check Canvas or Flow to see what is your lecture schedule, what is your topic schedule and everything. And if you have any questions, you can always send the message to your lecturer. Give the most up-to-date information. Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Mm-hmm.
Sir, I was wondering, is placement open to some of us who are subjects to not have placement on the study plan? So, for example, I'm the Master of Accounting and Finance. On my study plan, there's no placements on it. So, I would really love to have some local experience in flight on the program. Is there a way to work around that?
Sure, it's a great question. Yeah, some people doing double majors, there's no elective option there to do that. Come and talk to me, and we can have a discussion about that. Yeah.
Also, there is a message from Michelle that business 8010 starts from next week. So if anyone is there. So any more questions? There is a rule of thumb that says when you say any question, it takes 16 seconds for questions to rise. questions?
Nothing online. All right.
Someone is typing, right? Yeah.
Oh, yes, Red is typing. Okay. Can I enroll in a topic which is not part of the course? I guess it depends on the degree. It depends on the degree. Some degrees have electives which you can enroll if it's not part of the course. But typically we do ask you to follow the study plan. And if there is a variation in the study plan, then you would put through a request. And then it comes to course coordinator. We evaluate the request and see if that's something that is important for your line of work, for your previous experience, and this is something that you'd really, really like to pursue, then we can consider a change in the study plan. Yeah, so it's possible, but you would need to put in a request and tell us about what you'd like to do and why you would like to do it. You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes?
Talking about course coordinator, like how do we find out who's our course? Because when we go online and we have any query, they say like you should get in touch with your coordinator.
Yes.
So I'm like doing an MBA in business analytics. So how do I know who is my course coordinator?
So I'm the course coordinator for all the MBA courses and Afshin too. So we are the first go-to persons to get in touch with us for any requests, any amazing stories, success stories that you'd like to share with us, any questions, any issues, any problems. We're always here and we're happy to solve anything. We're very approachable. We love to hear about everything that's happening, good, bad, and ugly. So please get in touch with us at any time. We can share, our emails. There is also a page, if you go on the College of Business, Government and Law, that in front of each of the degrees, it has the name and a link to the relevant topic coordinator. So Masters of Accounting would be Phil Palmer, a Masters of Health would be myself. And in that page, every single degree has the link and the name of the course coordinator in front of it. It's just if you go College of Business, Government and Law course coordinators, you'll get that straight through that help search button. Any other questions? Okay, nothing online. We're just on time. One last thing before we let you go. I would like to share with you our CBGO or a week QR code and short evaluation survey. Can you please, have you done this in another session already? No? Okay.
Would you like me to make it full screen, maybe?
Yes. Didn't know if I could. I'll show you from mine.
Okay.
Is it working from where you are? Nope.
The PowerPoint is. Oh,
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Now it's working. Perfect. I think it's just a few questions. If you just quickly go through it in a couple of minutes or so, that would be really appreciated because we're always trying to see what else we can add to the orientation day. So your feedback is really appreciated. All done? Okay. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for joining us today. We wish you all the best in this amazing journey. Enjoy, learn, have fun. Just be amazing. Be fearless. Thank you. We'll provide the recording and everything. It will be sent out to everyone.
There'll be an
So you want to change the title?
That's right. Yes.
You can change it from what you can eventually reach. You have two options. The first option is or if, for example, it's really important for you, we can send it out and we make it to different people. So if what because in some of the basic we do not have enough.
So this is the email. So this is the email. cvgl.ero. And also this is my email.
Either me or any. And with your topic,
They're very promised. That's my email.
yeah. So maybe first, if there wasn't any written timetable, tell your topic for later, and if it wasn't solved, then everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
And
you so much.
we have to get that sorted out because next week is first.
Yeah,
week.
exactly.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you
Welcome
so
to the program. But this is the email.
Just so that I have a rough idea on assignments and
Just stop recording. Sorry.
The first